will continue supporting sideloading and linking to PCs, so consumers
Oh, continue to support side loading. I mean, you're using Android, dude. I mean, maybe they are working on a different operating system, right? Meta OS or whatever, Horizon OS. But the Quest right now runs on Android. So, what do you mean?
developers have choice, rather than forcing them to use the Quest store to find apps or reach customers.
Okay, Mark. Okay. We got it, Mark. We got it.
And we'll aim to offer developer and creator services with low fees in as
Yes, Mark! I'm
many
sorry.
cases as possible, so we can maximize the overall creator economy.
We got it. Excuse me. Excuse me. Do you know why we pulled you over today? Exactly. It's because you're not subscribed. So you better fix that right now, or we're gonna have to take you in. Here we go. This man that you're looking at right now is called Mark Zuckerberg. Mark is a interesting fella. Now, okay, let's not make any jokes. This guy is very smart. This is a smart person. He's like, a lot of people are clowning on him, and a lot of people are calling him a lizard or whatever. This is a smart person. Now, I don't know if he came up with this or someone else, but they changed the name. Kinda. It's not. We're gonna get into it. They kinda changed their name from Facebook to Meta. Now, I feel like it's not really a name change. It's more like the overall company is called Meta, and below that you have Instagram, WhatsApp, and probably something Facebook or Metaverse or whatever it's going to be called. It's kind of similar to what Google did with Alphabet, right? Nothing ceased to exist. It's not like Google wanted to get rid of all their brands and wanted to clean slate to move over to something else. It's the same business, it's the same thing, it's just a different structure. Now, obviously, Google didn't do an entire presentation about it. The reason why I believe our friends here at Meta did that is because they had a lot to show. They had a lot more to show than most people anticipated. Now, I'm just going to say that this is probably one of the smartest moves that Facebook could have done, if you ask me. I'm just saying, it literally, Facebook was under attack from so many different angles, you don't want to know. Now, what was Facebook's biggest challenge right now? It is obviously that they were. I mean, all the clowning and all the memes are obviously a problem, and the problems with privacy and the bad name for Facebook that came with that. It's a huge problem. The biggest problem was, however, that they were kinda dependent on Google and Apple and most other hardware companies, right? Because they mostly only had software products. Things that run on Apple products, things that run on Google products, things that run on other people's products. Apart from the Quest and Oculus VR glasses, they had zero control over what was happening on the device that Facebook was running on. Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, Instagram, all these things had to be installed on something. And there was nothing from Facebook to install it on, so they had zero control over it. Apple famously, obviously, with the article that we were handling before this, showed how problematic that could be for a company like Facebook. So Meta is, or Meta, whatever you want to call it, it's not a clean slate. Meta is also, like, Meta is not a new Facebook. Meta is just trying to fight itself out of the clamshell that they're in, right? And it's very important to realize that distinction, because a lot of people are underestimating what is happening right now. If you look at Facebook, what they need to do right now is build their own hardware. And this person right here, our friend here, Mark, announced that they're going to build their own silicon, they're going to build their own hardware, they're going to build their own universe, a virtual universe that is completely outside of this universe that we're in right now. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a virtual universe. The profit there is that Apple won't be able to touch them if this actually works. If this works, Facebook is out of control. Which, depending on which line you're on, if you're a Facebook fan, that's great. That's great for you. If you're not a Facebook fan, don't use it. If you are afraid of Facebook still spying on you, because there are some reports saying that even if you don't have any of these products from Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook itself, or Meta, that they still have a shadow profile on you. Nobody knows if that's true. If that's true, that's potentially problematic. Then that would be option 3. You're afraid that if Facebook gets their way, they will probably abuse that in some sort of way. Nobody knows if that's going to happen. It could potentially happen. Now, I am not sure in which camp I am. I think what they announced is actually very exciting. And if Google or, I don't know, whatever company would have announced it, I would have definitely been on board. Now, with Facebook, Meta, I'm a little bit more cautious. In particular, because they have such a bad reputation in terms of privacy, right? Because for me, I am not, I'm not scared of Facebook knowing my information. I do not care. Google knowing my information. I do not care. TikTok knowing my information. I do not care. What I care about is keeping it safe. And Facebook has shown time and time again that they can't keep my data safe. That is my issue. So you can announce whatever you want to announce. You can say Facebook is going to be whatever name, right? I can change my name to FIRSTCLICKS. Probably won't happen, but it won't change anything about the problems that I have. And I feel like this is the same thing. I won't be able to see what Facebook is going to change internally to keep my data safe until it runs for a couple of years. I feel like a lot of people have that. But for the most part, I genuinely hope that it's going to work for them. Because we need a new competitor. I love the way they said that they're going to open up to other sign-in options, so you don't need to have a Facebook account, which I don't have anyway. So it's potentially just a win-win. If this shadow profiling is true, I hope they stop doing it, and I hope this works out. I genuinely do, because I do not care if it is in a way that if I do not buy it, I won't have anything to do with it. I'm completely fine with it. Build it. It looks amazing. Now, I'm not sure if we have a video on this. I can try and find it, but it is actually, it's genuinely good. I'm just afraid, man. I'm just afraid of a bunch of things, and we're going to get into it. Don't worry about it. No, it's Facebook. I won't give it to them. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't have that opinion, man. I genuinely want to give them the benefit of the doubt and just dude, what do I have to lose in this? I don't have anything to lose in them building this up. I couldn't care less, right? If they fall back in the old habits, right? And I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait until stuff happens. Anyways, let's just turn this music off for a second.
It is time for us to adopt a new company brand to encompass everything that we do. To reflect who we are and what we hope to build, I am proud to announce that starting today, our company is now Meta. Our mission remains the same. It's still about bringing people together.
See? So this is what I was talking about. Not much is going to change on the platforms that they already own. I feel like this is kind of like what Google did with Alphabet. That's it. It's nothing major. Although they are actually pushing it, right? Alphabet with Google is a little bit on the background. They did say it, they did announce it, but basically never mentioned it anyways. It's more like for investors and for people that are in that kind of business. Probably a lot of employee contracts changed, but apart from that, nobody cared. This is way more in your face.
And their brands, they're not changing either. And we are still the company that designs technology around people. Hey, and welcome to Connect. Today, we're going to talk about the metaverse, starting with the most important experience of all, connecting with people.
Yeah.
Imagine you put on your glasses or headset and you're instantly in your home space.
See, so this is not bad. Like, this is cool, right? You have some VR glasses and you have an entire new home that is based on your room that you're in right now, but you could basically get a way bigger screen and potentially connect your Xbox to it. Potentially, if you have insane high resolution VR glasses, you can turn your 4K TV screen, in an 8K screen, whatever you want to do, right? This is cool. On the surface, this is cool. This is great stuff. He's gonna explain it in a bit, but I feel like the technology on its own is very cool, and a lot of other companies are probably working on something similar. But obviously, a lot of people are kind of clowning on this because Facebook has a bad reputation. That's just a bad rep.
It has parts of your physical home recreated virtually, it has things that are only possible virtually, and it has an incredibly inspiring view of whatever you find most beautiful.
Hey, are you coming?
Yeah, just gotta find something to wear.
I mean, this is poggers, dude. This is poggers, right? I'm like, you just put an outfit on by swiping in the air, right? I mean, I think this is poggers. Like, I'm not a Facebook fan. I just explained what I think about Facebook a few seconds ago. But you can't say that this isn't cool. This is literally the best thing they could have done right now.
All right, perfect.
Boy.
Oh, hey, Mark. Hey, what's going on?
Hi.
Mark. What's up, Mark?
Whoa, we're floating in space? Who made
Floating
this
in
place?
space.
It's awesome.
Right? It's
Fucking
from a
awesome,
crater
dude.
I met in LA.
So, literally, what I do not like, and they do this in movies a lot too, right? And it's like giving the audience a sort of forced emotion. Like, you ever notice that they say "wow" or "yay" or like "awesome" or "amazing" or like, no, dude, like, relax. Okay, relax. I feel like Hasanabi has this example where in Free Guy, I don't know if you guys have seen the movie Free Guy. There's this moment where like Ryan Reynolds' character, this called Guy in the movie, picks up a lightsaber, and then you have a girl who just literally says, "That's a lightsaber, dude," and I'm like, yeah, that's a lightsaber, but. Like, they want to force this emotion on you of like, wow, that's a lightsaber. Whilst it's cool if you are in that like ecosystem of movies, if you understand where it's coming from and if you understand the hype. But that just made it cringe. And it's the same here. You just made it cringe, since a lot of people probably that are interested in this will watch it and will already feel like, okay, this is cool. But if you have 4 characters sitting around a table constantly repeating how cool it is, the level of coolness literally, well, levels out, right? I will show you the next, like, the difference between this and Apple in a little bit.
This place is amazing.
Boz, is that you?
Of course it's me. You know I had to be the robot, man.
I thought I was supposed to be the robot.
Whoa. I knew you were bluffing.
Hey, wait. Where is Naomi?
Let's call her.
Naomi.
Naomi.
Hey, should we deal you in?
Sorry, I'm running late, but you gotta see what we're checking
No
out.
worries.
There's an artist going around Soho hiding AR pieces for people to find.
3D street art? That's
this
cool.
is cool, dude.
Send that link over so we can all look at it.
I mean, there is no
That
mobile carrier that is
That's
going to
awesome.
like
I
this,
love the movement.
Wait, it's disappearing.
but it is
this
cool.
is amazing.
Hold on, I'll tip the artist and they'll extend it.
Wow.
Privacy and safety
Wow.
need to be built into the metaverse from day one. You'll get to bring things you want to be with other people into the metaverse from day one. You'll get to decide when you want to be with other people, when you want to block someone from appearing in your space, or when you want to take a break and teleport to a private bubble to be alone.
There you go.
You're going to be able to bring things from the physical world into the metaverse. Almost any type of media that can be represented digitally, photos, videos, art, music, movies, books, games, you name it. And lots of things that are physical today, like screens, will just be able to be holograms in the future. You won't need a physical TV, it'll just be a $1 hologram from some high school kid halfway across the world.
There you go.
And you'll be able to take your items and project them into the physical world as holograms in augmented reality too.
So this could potentially open up an entire market for people to, for example, what he just said, sell a $1 television where you can watch 8K potentially if your glasses are high resolution enough, movies on with other people that might have similarly spec'd glasses, or if they have lower spec'd glasses, it will probably scale down, right? I'm just saying, dude, this stuff is potential. It's a new market. Like, I didn't even think about that. People would be able to design stuff and sell it on the internet. Like, this is endless possibilities. The only problem is, and a potential problem is, it is Facebook.
One part of this is Horizon Home, which is our early vision for a home space in the metaverse. Horizon Home is the first thing that you'll see when you put on your Quest headset. Today, there are already a bunch of options to choose from, and in the future, anyone will be able to create one. We've just called it home until now because it's been missing something very important: people. Soon, we're going to be introducing a social version of home, where you can invite your friends to join you as avatars. You'll be able to hang out, watch videos together, and jump into apps together. Then, there is Horizon Worlds, which is where you can build worlds and jump into them with people. Horizon is designed to make it possible for everyone to create, and we're already seeing people build some really interesting experiences, from creating new games together to throwing surprise parties in VR that family and friends around the world can join. Over the last year and a half, a lot of us who work in offices have gone remote. And while I miss seeing the people I work with, I think remote work is here to stay for a lot of people. So we're gonna need better tools to work together.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at what working in the metaverse will be like. Imagine if you could be at the office without the commute. You would still have that sense of presence, shared physical space, those chance interactions that make your day all accessible from anywhere. Now imagine that you have your perfect work setup and you can actually do more than you could in your regular work setup. And on top of all that, you can keep wearing your favorite sweatpants.
This is cool, dude. Like, you can
And as we
clown
focused more on work,
Facebook all
and
you want.
frankly,
but
as
this
we've heard
shit
your
is cool,
feedback
and
more
it's finally
broadly,
productive.
we're working on making it so you can log
In the
into
future,
Quest
right?
with an
It's not out
account
yet.
other than your personal Facebook account. We're
There
starting
you
to
go.
test support for work
Sorry, I
account.
was.
As we've heard your feedback more broadly, we're working on making it so you can log into Quest with an account other than your personal Facebook account. We're starting to test support for work accounts soon, and we're working on making a broader shift here within the next year. I know this is a big deal for a lot of people. Not everyone wants their social media profile linked to all these other experiences, and I get that, especially as the metaverse expands. And I'll share more about that later. But I'm genuinely optimistic about work in the metaverse. We know from the last couple of years that a lot of people can effectively work from anywhere. But hybrid is going to be a lot more complex, when some people are together and others are still remote. So giving everyone the tools to be present, no matter where they are, whether as a hologram sitting next to you in a physical meeting or in a discussion taking place in the metaverse, That's going to be a game changer.
Like, this is true. It is going to be a game changer. Now, the problem is, obviously, is it going to be a game changer for people that use Facebook, or is another company going to do this that, well, potentially has a more trustworthy name right now? There is also a potential of obviously Facebook showing in a couple of years that they have learned from what has been going on and that they changed, or Meta, whatever you want to call it.
This could be very positive for our society and economy. Giving people access to jobs in more places, no matter where they live, will be a big deal for spreading opportunity to more people. Dropping our daily commutes will mean less time stuck in traffic and more time doing things that matter. And it'll be good for the environment. We plan to continue to either subsidize our devices or sell them at cost to make them available to more people. We'll continue supporting sideloading and linking to PCs so consumers...
Oh, continue to support sideloading. I mean, you're using Android, dude. I mean, maybe they are working on a different operating system, right? Meta OS or whatever, Horizon OS. But the Quest right now runs on Android, so what do you mean?
Developers have choice, rather than forcing them to use the Quest store to find apps or reach customers.
Okay, Mark. Okay. We got it, Mark. We got it.
And we'll aim to offer developer and creator services with low fees in as
Yes, Mark!
many cases as possible, so we can maximize the overall creator economy.
We got it.
Recognizing that to keep investing in this future, we'll need to keep some fees higher for some.
Oh, you need money to develop your software community and ecosystem and hardware ecosystem? Oh. Weird.
Period, to make sure that we don't lose too much money on this program overall. After all, while
Lose money, yeah. Okay.
a growing number of developers are already profitable, we expect to invest many billions of dollars for years to come.
There you go, dude. This guy is talking about investing billions of dollars while also being afraid of losing too much money. Maybe you shouldn't go all in with billions of dollars the moment like there is some ask for something. Like, I completely understand that you have to go balls deep into something, but billions of dollars, right? Relax. Just build out Quests first. Quest is still a mess. Relax.
Before the metaverse reaches scale. Today, we're introducing the Presence platform, which is a broad range of machine perception and AI capabilities that empower developers to build mixed reality experiences on Quest 2. You want to tell us more about the Presence platform?
You know, we've said before that realistic presence is the key to feeling connected in the metaverse. And the Presence platform's capabilities are what's going to deliver on that promise. Things like environmental understanding, content placement and persistence, voice interaction, standardized.
So this is cool, right? Because potentially, like, a next Quest or whatever they're going to call it, could see how your room looks, and then if you walk around in your room, for example, when there is a wall, there is a wall in, I don't know, wherever you are in this virtual world. I think that's what they're talking about, like environmental awareness. In like where are you walking in the real life, and could that potentially be an obstacle for your physical body? If so, then it should show the same thing in VR, or maybe a warning or whatever, right? I don't know how it's going to work because other people might not have that same obstacle in that same location. So you might see them walk through that wall or whatever. I don't know how it's going to work, but anyways, let's see.
Hand interactions. In fact, let's start with hands. I mean, the human hand is an engineering marvel, and bringing hands into VR was no easy feat. It required a lot of collaboration against product, design, research, but we continue to improve that product, finding new ways to navigate with gestures and interact with VR. So today, we're introducing the Interaction SDK, a library of modular components that will make it easy to add hand interaction.
Now this is, I don't know if it's similar, but you have in the Apple Watch, right? You can also like put in accessibility. You have a option to control your Apple Watch with pinching and doing certain stuff, and obviously understanding the watch. Jesus Christ! Obviously, the watch will be able to understand what kind of gesture you're doing with your hands. I don't know if they are going to build that directly into the glasses, something similar, or maybe you will have to wear something around your wrist as well. But it sounds cool.
To your apps.
That's pretty exciting.
But next year, we are releasing a new product that will push the boundaries of VR even further. We've codenamed it Project Cambria.
So this isn't the next Quest. It's going to be compatible with Quest, but Cambria will be a completely new, advanced, and high-end product, and it'll...
I feel like this is replacing Oculus. They have the brand Oculus, and this is probably going to replace that. That was the higher-end kind of VR experience.
higher end of the price spectrum too. Our plan here is to keep building out this product line to release our most advanced technology before we can hit the price points that we target with Quest. All right, so let's talk about some of the new advances here.
Yeah, sure. There's a ton of new tech going into Cambria. For example, your avatar will be able to make natural eye contact and reflect your facial expressions in real time. This way, people you're interacting with will have a real sense of how you're actually feeling. It does mean building more sensors into a form factor that's comfortable to wear for a while. And because we want VR to be for everyone, we also have to make sure avatars represent a diverse set of human facial features and skin tones, as well as paying attention to things like glasses and beards that might get in the way of some of the sensors.
So that's going to be a big step forward for social presence, and I'm really glad that we're focused on making it inclusive from the start. Now, what about unlocking more mixed reality experiences? I mean, imagine working at your virtual desk with multiple screens while seeing your real desk so clearly that you can pick up a pen and write notes without taking your headset off. Or, you're doing a workout with a virtual instructor in your living room.
It's going to be so cool. We're already...
And this is very important. I don't understand. I don't know if they're going to touch on this. This is very important. You have this similar problem the other way around, right? Because this is now VR where there is a virtual reality mixed with AR. Or actually it's AR. It's just AR, but I don't know. Whatever, right? But you have this in the physical world where technology shouldn't get in the way. A good example is obviously smart home devices, where Philips Hue, for example, has a way of also being very handy, but for people who want to use the physical buttons, or when you have visitors or whatever, they're going to touch these buttons. If you do not have the Philips Hue lighting buttons, what do you call that? The physical switches. You're potentially running into a problem where if they turn the lights off, you won't be able to turn them back on with your phone. So it has to get out of your way, if you know what I mean. And this is potentially going to do that if you have a VR glass on, but you want to do some physical note keeping or whatever, note taking actually. You can do that potentially. That's what they're announcing here that they're working on. So it gets out of the way whenever you need it to, and that is potentially really good, right? If they are able to pull this off, but this is it's very important that they are able to scale their silicon. They're going to make their own silicon. They announced that, but that's very important. Like, do not go to Qualcomm and tell them what to do, because Qualcomm is it's just a massive chip manufacturer, they're doing a great job, but it's not the same thing as just having your own silicon and being able to scale that up. So it's very important that happens, and it's more difficult than you think, even though they have billions of dollars. Look at Google Tensor. It's great, but it's not, it didn't really change too much, right? So just keep that in mind.
Seeing the potentials of these kinds of experiences today as people are building for a pass-through API. But with Cambria, we'll be taking this to the next level with high-resolution, colored, mixed reality pass-through. We essentially combine an array of sensors with reconstruction algorithms to represent your physical world in the headset with a sense of depth and perspective.
But the ultimate goal here is true augmented reality glasses, and we've been working on that too. And today, I want to show you an experience that we've been working on for Project Nazare, which is the codename for our first full augmented reality glasses.
There you go.
Here, you'll see you're chatting with friends on WhatsApp and planning a game night. You can select a game, and then, as you walk over to your kitchen, You can easily just put your game onto the table and you're off. And that's the kind of experience that augmented reality will unlock. There's a lot of technical work to get this form factor and experience right. We have to fit hologram displays, projectors, batteries, radios, custom silicon chips, cameras, speakers, sensors to map the world around you, and more into glasses that are about 5 millimeters thick. So we still have a ways to go with Nazare, but we are making good progress.
So something that he didn't mention and probably shouldn't, because like this is not something that they should mention on an event, is that obviously they have competitors, right? And they have competitors that in some other ways than obviously the social media features are way ahead of Facebook. For example, silicon.